Morning everybody. Welcome back to the channel, Somerset Man Walking. Just a little local one today in a place called Congresbury along the River Yeo, which is rather high, you would have noticed. We have had, walking across this really boggy field, we have had a lot of rain. Much needed rain, to be honest, because we did have a dry summer. So yeah, just a little bit of a chatty one really today, local because of work. I'm in hospitality, so I tend to do stuff, God, it's so boggy, tend to do stuff between lets, as it were. Anyway, that's enough about me. Well, I am going to talk a little bit about me, because I think sometimes it's good to have a chat with you guys that are watching and get a little bit personal, not too personal, but I'll just spin you around a minute and explain a little bit about these new houses here. Sorry, the sun's in a bit of the wrong place really, but yeah, these houses here, these were built on an old mill site. Very posh they are too. And that mill site, when it closed down, became a company called Elliott Group or Elliott Medway. Some of you may have heard of them. You may not have. We used to make porta cabins for schools. So you know the green porta cabins that you may have had when you were at school. That's what we used to make, guys. And also, when they took out a lot of the prefabricated buildings around Bristol, we done replacements for them. They were like box sectioned units which are bolted together, and it became, you know, a bungalow basically. And all these houses here were built on that site. The River Yeo there, it's flowing down. Yeah, so you will get a bit of airplane noise coming from behind me because it's not far from Bristol Airport here. Just off the main A370 between Bristol and Weston-super-Mare. I haven't really done much on Congresbury. Let's move through this gate. It is extremely boggy. And I am wearing my snow boots, but only the snow boots that I normally wear for clean occasions. And this is definitely not a clean occasion. So yeah, it's hard to believe, but what lovely properties in a lovely place to be by the Riverside here. And that was quite a big factory. Used to produce a whole classroom about every 2 weeks or so. There's a lot of chainsaw action going on up in front, so it's not going to be quite as peaceful as I'd have liked. But it is what it is, guys. I'm just coming up now to Congresbury Weir. Used to be a mill pond to the right of that, but I reckon that mill pond has been ducted, filled in. I'm quite sure of that. We'll take a look, guys. Well, that's the weir there, guys, Congresbury Weir. And through there, I don't know if you can see, it looks like a tunnel. I reckon that was the outlet of that mill pond into the stream here. I can't get down to that, guys, so I'm not too sure. I'm pretty sure that that mill stream is now gone. And there is our weir there. just on the other side of the weir now, guys, if you can hear me, and I reckon this is what remains of the mill pond. Just in there, you just about see some water, but nowhere near as big as it used to be. So I reckon they pipe that under that estate there, and the pipe, I think, comes out a bit further down, guys. So I've just worked out by these new built houses, or newly built houses I should say. They've been here for a good few years. Yeah, that mill pond is still there, but not in the capacity that it was. Nothing remains of this factory that I used to work in at all, apart from that bit of ropey old fence there. So guys, I think it's about the first clear day we've had since last week. God, we've had some rain. We really, really have. Well, it's not long now, guys, is it? Until the big bearded guy turns up. Like I said earlier, guys, just to explain, this time of year I just cannot get out very far away from my local area to bring you any videos of further afield. So the next few are very local ones. I've done my main Christmas one, if I remember. That was the lantern parade in the village of Ringston. I'll drop a link into this description of this video to that one. It seemed to have gone very well. It was a really well turned out event. I'm just looking across now, across Kingswood. Not Kingswood, that's in the suburb of Bristol, but Kingswood, or Kingwood. And it's just an airplane. You probably won't get in, but there's an airplane just taking off, and he's coming right over the top of that wood there. Won't be able to pick it up on this camera. But yeah, looking away from Congresbury down towards Ringston. Over this beautiful countryside here, guys. Our plane looks like an EasyJet. Looks like an EasyJet. It's just coming in now. I don't know whether I'm picking that up or not, to be fair. Until I look back on a bigger screen, guys, I do not know. Yeah, so like I say, guys, not far from Bristol Airport here as the crow flies. I got one there going out, I think it's an EasyJet, and I got one right up there, and he's probably spiraling to come into land, because they tend to land over Felton Common from east to west, if that makes sense, and then they take off westwards. So they come in eastward, take off westwards. Not all the time, but I think I'm right in saying they're predominantly what they do. So guys, only a bit of a chitty chatty local one, like I said, between lets. Some people might find it interesting, probably most people will find it pretty boring, but it helps me to get out sometimes and just do something like this. Gets me away from work for a bit and other issues. Anyway, won't go into them. So, take a few more shots of the river here. There was a guy I met earlier who is a subscriber, and I was having a little chat with him. Used to be a postman. Can't remember your name, mate. I'm so sorry. I'm rubbish with names, but it was really nice for you to stop and say, "Oh, we're doing a local one today, then." "Oh, you watch me, do you?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "I really enjoy your videos when I'm bored." But you know, it is what it is. And another guy who was just pointing me out, there's a cormorant on the river, but I don't tend to film too much wildlife with this camera. Something's going on. The main road, not far from main road there. Dogs barking, ambulances. Not very peaceful walk really, this one. Yeah, another guy was saying about that cormorant. Well, I know that I won't be able to pick that cormorant up on this camera unless I can get really close. So, take a few more shots of the river guys and then we'll wrap the video up there. Great, I was just chatting, I've had you know what, 3 or 4 chats along this little stroll and it's been great. And a lady, I was just chatting to a lady there, spin you around, get rid of that sun glare guys. And she was saying, oh, my husband was born in the village where I come from, and most of you know now anyway. And I said, oh, what was his name? And I vaguely remember the name, but I passed on a few. He would have known my nan because she was a bit of a character, a post lady. And also, her brother and his lovely wife used to run the fish and chip shop, which was down by the old train station in Rington. So, yeah, that was really nice to have a chat. So guys, I'm going to wrap the video up there. As always, take care, stay safe, and I will catch you on the next one. All the best from Somerset Man Walking. Cheers guys, see you later.